In this video, I want to show you how to factorize expressions of this form. Right, I have already done another video on introduction to factorization. Right, so with those basics, we can now factorize expressions of this type. Right, let's move on to our first example. Factorize ax plus bx plus ay plus by. Right, if you look at this expression, we have no highest common factor other than 1, the highest common factor for all these four terms. So what we have to do here is to group these terms, right? These first two, we group them. We also group these last two, right? If you look at the first two, we have the highest common factor, which is x. So we can factorize here these two, we factorize them on their own. We factorize the last two on their own as well, right? So the highest common factor on the first two terms is x. So if we take out x there, we remain with a plus b in the brackets. At the same time, the highest common factor on these two last terms is y. So if we take out y, we remain with a plus b as well in the brackets like this. Right, then from there, this one is now a single term. This one at the same time is also a single term. So since we now have two terms like this, we are now looking for the highest common factor as well of these two terms. And if you look at this expression in the brackets here, it is exactly the same as this expression in the brackets here. So in other words, we are saying this is now our new highest common factor. So let's take out that new highest common factor. We are now taking out of the brackets, we are now taking out a plus b. And if we take out a plus b out of the brackets, here we remain with x only. And if we take out a plus b here, we remain with y. So we are saying if we take out a plus b, this is the a plus b that we are taking now, we are taking out, right? We remain with the x plus y in the brackets. And by so doing, we have expressed this expression, the original expression, as a product of its factors. The factors of this expression are a plus b and x plus y. So we have factorized completely. Right. Let's move on to our second example. Right. Factorize mx minus nx minus 3m plus 3n completely. So likewise, we are going to group these two on their own, then minus 3m and 3n like this. Let's take out the highest common factor on the first two. On the first two, the highest common factor is x. So let's take out x like this. If we take out x, we remain with m minus n like this. And that's what is in the brackets here. Right. Here we are now aiming at coming up with an expression that is exactly the same as this one in the brackets here. That's the one that we also want to find in these brackets. So we are going to take out minus 3. We are not taking positive 3 because we want an expression m minus n in the brackets here. So we are going to take out minus 3. And if we take out minus 3, we remain with m here. Because after taking out minus 3, we divided the whole of this one. The whole of this one by minus 3. So we remain with m. Then if we divide this one by minus 3, we remain with minus n like this. So we now have this expression. So the next thing is to take out the highest common factor there. We now have the highest common factor, which is m minus n. M minus n. It is common on these two, right? So let's now take out that highest common factor. We are taking m minus n. And if we take out m minus n, we remain with x minus 3 like this. So we have factorized completely. Right, let's now move on to our third example. Right. If you look at this example, right, the highest common factor here on this first two is 1. The highest common factor on the last two is x. And if we take out x on these two last terms, we remain with b plus 2a, which is different from the first one, if we check out the highest common factor 1, the first one will be 2x squared plus ab. So if that is the case, then we have to rearrange this expression. Since 2x squared is not doing well with this ab, then try 2x squared and bx, or 2x squared and 2ax. In this case, we are going to collect this term and take it close. Write it here, put it here, then we factorize, right? So let's rearrange like this. After rearranging like this, we can now group these two. We can now group them, right? The highest common factor on the first two is 2x. So if we take out 2x, we remain with x plus a in the brackets. At the same time, the highest common factor on the last two is b. So if we take out b, we remain with a plus x, like this. And what is in the brackets here is exactly the same as what is in the brackets here. If we write x plus a, this is exactly the same as a plus x, because addition of algebraic terms is commutative. So we can reverse the order. X plus a is the same as a plus x, right? So this one is exactly the same as this one. So since this one is now the same as this one, we're now taking it out. That's the highest common factor. That's our new highest common factor. Our new highest common factor is now x plus a, since it is common here. So we are now taking a plus x, or x plus a, whatever. So if we check that out, we remain with the 2x plus b in the brackets like this. Now, done with the third example. Let's move on to the fourth example, which is similar to the third example. We also have to rearrange, because if you look at these two, this first two, the highest common factor is 1, the last two, the highest common factor is 1 as well. So let's rearrange these terms. Let's rearrange them, right, like this. Now, the highest common factor on this first two is now 3. So if we take out 3 here, we remain with x from q, right? Then we want q minus x. So we are going to take out minus p as our highest common factor. So if we take out minus p here, we remain with q minus x as well, like this, right? Now that q minus x is now common, we can now take it out. It is now our common factor. We now have this one is our common factor here. So we're now taking out q minus x. And if we take out q minus x, we remain with 3 minus p. So this is now our final answer, right? Here's your exercise. You can practice with these questions, and here are the answers. Thank you very much for watching.